Welcome back to my channel, guys. To all my subscribers, thank you so much for joining me. And for those of you who are just watching at my videos, I would ask for you to subscribe. Also, kindly please watch my ads, which is going to allow me with my revenue. Today we're making a spinach and yellow split peas cook-up rice. As you can see, I have some ingredients here, and as I keep working, I am going to show you more ingredients. What I'm going to do right now is to remove the nails from my chicken feet, and then I'm going to wash them thoroughly. I also have some beef tripe and cow tripe, some yellow split peas, spinach, onion, garlic, and yes, check the description box below. You're going to see every details there. I did remove the toenails, as I mentioned earlier, from the chicken feet, wash them, and now I'm going to soak the meat individually with water. Add some white vinegar, about 3 tablespoons into the container, and I'm also going to be adding some lime juice. This is going to help to remove the rawness. All right, once I do this, I'm going to let this soak for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'm going to wash it out properly again and then start seasoning them. Now let me tell you about cook-up rice, guys. You can use any type of seasonings you want when you're seasoning your meat, or even to flavor your pot. And I would always suggest that when you're doing that, taste as you go to your own preference, right? The seasons that I'm using, you don't have to use them if you don't want to. Just do your stuff. It's okay. And cook-up rice is really a traditional one-pot Guyanese rice that is generally made on a weekend or even an All Year's night. And the good thing about this cook-up rice is that you don't have to use split peas and spinach alone. You can use either, or you can use any type of peas or beans, or even a single type of meat will do into your cook-up rice. Most importantly, when you're cooking cook-up rice, what you need is a lot of coconut milk. And it doesn't matter again, no matter what you use into this pot, it will give you a unique flavor. Here, after seasoning my tripe, I add it into my pressure cook over medium heat with some oil, and I'm going to fry this down for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, if you're not too keen on using a pressure cooker, then boil it until it is extremely soft. I'm good at the pressure cooker, so I'm going to check it and make sure that the water doesn't dry out and it doesn't pop at all. So once it goes like this into the same container that I used to season the tripe, I add some water. Then I'm going to add it into the pot. Cover the pot and let it pressure until it is soft. I did the rest of meat individually like this, and once it's done, they're all here, all well cooked and soft. So here you have the chicken feet. I also have the tripe and the beef. What you're seeing here now is the juices that I did save while cooking the meat. This is what I'm going to use into my rice. Into a pot, I add my soaked yellow split peas and let it boil until it is soft yet firm. Just like this. Then I'm going to strain it and save the water, because I'm going to be using this for cooking also. Now over here, I did wash and chop up my spinach. I have some onion, garlic, thyme, some chive, and a Scotch bonnet pepper. Of course, we gotta get that in our cook-up rice for extra flavor. I did crush 2 large vegetable cubes, some brown sugar. Of course, when you're cooking cook-up rice, you need a little bit of that. Paprika, black pepper, and salt. So what I'm going to do now is wash my rice and set it aside. This is 3 cups of rice. And now over medium heat, I add some oil. Once the oil gets very hot, I'm going to add my garlic and onion. Stir them around for about a minute or two and let them turn translucent and fragrant. And once the oil is extremely hot, guys, you're going to add your chopped spinach into it. And as you can see, once it's chopped and throw into there, let me tell you, since you stir it up, it starts to shrink. At this time, I'm going to add my washed rice. And you want to stir this for about 3 to 4 minutes. Let it keep frying. And this is going to help to loosen the rice by removing most of the water from the rice while frying. And the spinach and the rice also combines together and it starts to change its color to a little green. I'm going to add the seasonings along with the split peas. Mix it well, making sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Now you want to add the seasonings like the thyme, the chive. Place them up in there, and you need a lot of seasonings. If you can get the Guyana fine thyme, this is going to make your pot so unique. Add all that cooked meat and all its juices right up in there and give it a nice little stir. At this time, you can tell what this rice is going to be like, very meaty. Now add the liquid from the split peas along with the juices from the meat. And because there are different varieties of rice, guys, some people use the white rice, some people use the brown rice. Some rice requires more liquid than some. You need to use a little bit of liquid at a time. It's better for you to do it this way so that when you cook, your rice would not be too soggy. All right? I'm going to add some coconut milk, and because I use this rice quite often, I know how much liquid is needed into this rice, so I'm going to add just enough coconut milk to cook it. Don't you forget to add a little bit of liquid at a time, just in case it needs more, then you're going to add more. Stir it well, then cover the pot and let it come to a boil. And also be sure to taste as you go. Once your pot starts to boil, give it a stir, making sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pot. And as you can see, the rice starts to swell. The grains start to get bigger. The liquid starts to evaporate a little there. At this time, what I'm going to do is add some butter for extra flavor. Once I add the butter, I'm going to turn the heat under the pot very low, then cover the pot and let it cook. I also did add my Scotch bonnet pepper to steam. So after 5 minutes of steaming after covering the pot, I'm going to stir it again. You want to stir, making sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. Our rice is not quite done. This needs another 3-4 minutes of cooking. So I'm going to stir it and then cover it again and let it cook for another 3 or 4 minutes. So now it's time to check our pot, guys. As you can see, my Cookup rice is done. The texture of the rice is wet and moist, but when it gets cold, the rice is gonna be very loosey. So here is our split pea and spinach Cookup rice, ready to serve. You can top it with a piece of fried fish, barbecue chicken, baked chicken. You can eat it with pork, some beef stew, whatever you want onto yours. So guys, go right ahead, give it a try, leave me a comment, and thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Enjoy.